Well, here we are then with something very different. This is Football Manager 2022, but not as you've seen it before. This is the Xbox edition on the PC. All a little bit confusing. It's a PlayStation man. I am a PlayStation man through and through. This feels almost dirty that I'm playing the Xbox version, but I am just really intrigued to see how different it is. I'm Joe, if you're new around here. This is Captain Goodspeed, the home of daily sports and retro gaming content, where we cover a wide variety of games. So make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's free to do and you won't miss out on any videos. So, what am I going to do? Well, I have no idea. I haven't got anything planned. It's on Game Pass. I thought I'd give it a whirl. We'll see what we can do. So let's, without any further ado, let's get into the start a new game phase. So there is quite a few different things in here. Versus is on there. So take your career team online and play against the best that the world can offer. So this seems to be out on Xbox Edition. We can do the fantasy draft, of course. You can do an online career. This might be easier to do on the Xbox than potentially with the normal FM. I have no idea. There's the challenges. Take on a series of challenges to really prove that you have what it takes to succeed as a manager. You've got the create your own club, and then you've got the full featured simulation. So, what I'm really curious about is how many leagues can we have on the PC version of the Xbox Edition? Because well, up to 10. There you go. Or at least nations you can have. So you can go down to the Vanarama National League North. As far as I know, that's going to be the only way that you can do that on Xbox. Because obviously FIFA haven't got those licenses just yet. And so it recommends a whole host of different leagues. But I don't really want to start as the manager of Man City. What I think I will do, though, I don't know how I did that. What I think I will do is check out the challenges, because not enough people play these challenges, and it was a thing of FM Touch in the past. So you've got the Saviour Cometh there. Difficulty normal, of course, you can go hard. Your team are embroiled in a relegation battle. Injury crisis, the Invincibles, you can't win anything with kids, unrest at home. Top division underdog and financial storm. So I honestly don't think any of them are different. They all seem the same to me. Why don't we have a little go at the Saviour Cometh? And hey, if you want to see this as a full series, then make sure you smash the like button down below. If we could hit 30 likes for this video, I'd really, really appreciate it. And who knows, the Saviour Cometh could become a great little challenge for us. But who are we going to take on? That is the question. I think it's got to be somebody in England. I don't think we particularly want to be managing anywhere outside the Premier League, but who knows? We'll have a little look. I'm just doing this completely live to show you guys exactly how quick the game is to run. I've got a pretty beefy PC, not an absolute top of the range anymore, but an RTX 2080 Ti. So it should be running fairly quickly as games go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. So let's get myself in here. So my name's Joe. Surname's Hannard. All the students that watch me at school, you know that. My date of birth, believe it or not, is 8th of the 9th, 1997. Teach me about key game concepts. Why don't we have a little look at that as we go on? I am, of course, I've played Football Manager for years. I'd like to think I know what I'm doing. However, I've never played the Xbox edition, and I don't know if there's any subtle differences. So let's grab ourselves just a quick manager. We'll make him the biggest possible to make it nice and realistic. We'll get the hairstyle in there. Let's go for a hairstyle I would never, ever have in the past. This one. There you go. A beautiful Mohican there. What about some colours? What colours could we go for? Can we go for red? Or should we go for Football Manager purple? I think we should go for purple. There you go. To celebrate the release of Football Manager. That's a little bit bright, I must admit. So let's go for that. Yeah, that's Football Manager purple for you. That'll do nicely. And our attire, again, I wouldn't know. Oh, let's randomise this a bit. Let's see where we get to. We've got to pick the most hideous thing we can find. I mean, that's fairly hideous. Wearing the studs, the mustard leggings. Yeah, this guy looks like a chump. And we can pick a team for us. So I guess it won't generate the club that you want to do. So let's pick a team for us until we get to another Premier League team. Crystal Palace. I mean, that's going to be quite the challenge. Predicted to finish 13th. Why don't we confirm and see exactly what we are tasked with? I love the challenges. I used to love this years and years ago. We did a challenge Wheel of Fortune. I think that was possibly in FM17, 18. And we did do the Saviour Cometh in that. I can't remember whether we completed it or not, though. But yeah, 15th of January. So we do have a little bit of time to make some signings. That sort of thing. We'll get rid of that. And then once you pass this screen, it looks virtually identical to the full-blown Football Manager, which I'm really impressed with, I must admit. Yeah, let's go for that. But it does seem to zip through. Obviously, the one bigger disadvantage of FM Xbox Edition is that you probably can't edit it. I don't know that for certain, but I'm fairly sure that is the case. Look at him. He looks like he can inspire this team. Oh dear. Well, we're not going to get any good youth intakes, are we? Accept current vision. I mean, my contract seems to go on until the 2023-24 season. So usually with the challenges, it does just end. But I suppose we can see what happens. We are playing Tottenham the next day, so I guess we'll play that match first. But here is the Premier Division. So we are currently on 10 points from 21 games. We are 8 points adrift of Burnley. Seem to have had an absolute awful run of games after a decent start, winning the first 3 Premier League matches, then drawing the 4th. We have then gone on to lose that many games in a row. That is quite significant, to say the least. Can I import something from... it doesn't look like I can go up folders or anything there. But I'm just completely baffled that this is just full fat FM, essentially. What are we missing here? I can't see dynamics in there. That's one thing that's gone. Training, is that going to be basic, or let's just skip that? Yeah, okay, so training is skimmed down a little bit. Staff. Oh, tracksuit manager. There you go. I don't think you guys can see the pop-ups. I wonder if I can change that. Let's just have a little gander at that. Capture third-party overlays. I think that should work. Steve Parrish is there as the chairperson. But yeah, this is a much more dumbed-down version of it, which, I'm not mad about, if I'm honest. It is quite nice to just be able to focus on the game. A little bit of a hybrid between the mobile version and the full-fat version. So let's have a little look. I don't want to do any of these inductions, I'll be honest with you. Oh, can I not get my viewing? Damn. Might be able to copy and paste that in and get my proper viewing. But it looks like we've got a team already selected. James Tompkins in there. Anybody in the reserves that we might want to have a look at? Top ability, Jack Rolls in there. Luke Dreher. Possibly players that we want to move up. So let's just get those two up to the senior squad, just so that we can see what they're like. And what we're going to go tactics-wise. Control possession, apparently. I have no idea why it's already picked all this, but I'm going to assume that that's a good thing. We've got Eduard up top. Mateta. Schlup is there. I mean, this is looking like an okay team, to be honest. We're lacking a right winger. Let's see who we could possibly bring in. That's so... If we go into the scouting... Yeah, I wish I didn't click the teach me all of it. It does just seem the same. So if I go into transfer listing now, who's on the transfer list? So Lanzini. Who else we got in there? Sergio Rico, who I brought into Newcastle in my first season there. Andrea Conti, Winston Reid, sorry. Not Wilfred. Claudio Ramos. Scott Sinclair. I can't believe he's only 32. That's ridiculous. Tom Ince. Phil Bardsley. But no, shall we just get into the first match and see exactly what we are left with here? As I say, I have no idea what to expect. Oops. Right. Eduard, advanced forward. I've not played too much with a 4-2-3-1 this year, so I'm intrigued to see how it goes. Riedewald in midfield doesn't seem like the best call. Didn't he used to be a defender? Maybe I'm just so out of touch now with football. Jack Butland on the bench. Can we swap them two around? Is Jack Butland going to be any better? I'm going to trust Jack Butland. So let's get into it. Let's see what the match engine is like in Football Manager 2022. Oh, we got game sounds. You know what? For this first match, we're going to have some game sounds. And it's going to be great. And you guys are going to love it. Can you hear the beautiful sounds of Football Manager match noise? Here we go. We are underway. Oh, the commentators are in place and ready to go. So let's start the match. Ah, okay. So that is just the same as full fat. I'm so baffled. Key highlights, director. Okay. I'm not bothered about any more of that. Let's see what happens. Dyer, Lloris gets it away. Oh, this is so loud. Here's Gay to Olise. Gets it forward to Mitchell now. Can Mitchell whip it in? He can. Eduard's there! And that should have been 1-0. And I think I can see why Crystal Palace are in the position they are. Right, we're just going to pop into the match preferences for the sounds. More than happy to give the sounds a bit of a whirl. But, yeah, I don't know why that's not playing, but let's just assume that's fine. Yeah, that's a bit more manageable. Certainly for my ears. I know I'll have turned the volume down for you guys, but wow, it was bursting my eardrums. But yeah, Milojevic gets it forward to Hughes now. Hughes into the middle, and it's Riedewald hits the post. Ezzy's there, and it's 1-0 to Crystal Palace. And that is our first goal on the Xbox edition of Football Manager 2022. And that was a lovely little move, to be honest with you. Didn't do anything with the tactics. This seems to be Patrick Vieira's forte, but we'll settle for it. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell on the ball now to Olise. Now forward to Will Hughes. Will Hughes, can he whip it in again? He does get it in. Eduard was there, but that is a corner. Let's see what happens. It's going to be Olise gets it into the middle. Header from Riedewald, but no, it's away. Here's Ndombele now for Spurs. And that's a poor tackle from Milivojevic. And we did do a Crystal Palace save many years ago called the Palace Push. And that was, I think, towards the back end of... Was it FM17? I struggle to remember all the saves that we've done now. Probably done well over 1,000 FM videos in the past. But Højbjerg gets it forward. Rodon with the attempt, but he is offside. He is offside. So This looks fine. Let's. Oh, I was gonna praise them there. Oh, no team talks. That is something. Oh no, I've berated them. I didn't want to berate them. Didn't want to berate the boys. Oh my God, they're gonna kill us. Here's Mitchell. Maybe it'll fire them up. Here's Olise. No, he's lost it to Højbjerg. They're all so sad. They're all so sad. Here's Dyer. Now to Rodon. Ndombele. Reguilon. On that left-hand side. I need to speed this up a little bit, I must admit. But here's Klein. Klein to Anderson. Anderson to Milivojevic. Mitchell. Pushing forward for Palace now. Gets it forward to Eze. Eze on the ball. Can he get it in? He gets it back. That's a great shot. And it's in. What a goal that is. From Jairo Riedewald. It looks like we are going to VAR. Is it going to be disallowed? Fingers crossed it's not going to be. They are checking. Oh, the goal is disallowed. I don't know what that was about. I'd like to see a replay of that if possible, please, Jeff. No, apparently not. Right, let's see if we can make some substitutions. Olise is not having a great game, so why don't we pop Eze in the middle, and we'll swap Schlupp onto that left-hand side. We'll then bring Eduard off for Christian Benteke, because Benteke is the man, the myth, the legend. Of course, Football Manager genius Christian Benteke. And we'll see if Schlupp can do a decent job on that left-hand side as well. James Rodriguez scoring for Everton there. Of course, the data lock was in place about a week ago for FM, so Conte won't be in charge of Tottenham in this one. Milivojevic gets it forward to Riedewald, who shoots again. Oh, that one won't be disallowed, Jeff. That is an absolute crackerjack of a goal, and Jairo Riedewald makes it 2-0 to Crystal Palace, and that is what you call an absolute stonking goal. Brilliant from Riedewald, and well, it is 2-0. What can you say? What can you say about that? But we are coming up on full time now, and first impressions very good. I have to say, I'm impressed at how good this looks. Of course, it is, you know, an Xbox Series X game at the end of the day. It's a shame you can't see all my achievements coming up. But never mind. The Saviour Cometh. There you go. Unlikely to have marked this down as an opportunity to win points. But that actually takes us off the bottom of the league. So we are on 13 points now. Just 8 points off Norwich City. Daniel Farke's Norwich City. Potentially we could catch them by the end of the season. We've just got to see. So let's have a little look at the schedule. That certainly ended our horrific run. We've got Norwich next, then Leicester City. So it's not inconceivable that we could do this. But I think that's where we're going to leave it. There's obviously the data hub in there. It's been a nice little first look at Football Manager 2022 on the Xbox edition. You can see the finances and stuff. No transfer budget. That's a little bit worrying. I wonder if I can pop a little request in there. Let's see if we can get some money out of Steve Parish. Let's see what he says. Benteke considering his options. It's funny that there's stuff like the code of conduct in here, but then there's not squad dynamics. Luton make Jack offer. Who's this? Is he any good? He's okay. Have him. Have him. I don't care. But look at that. Look how quickly we've got onto the Norwich City match. Oh, they've rejected that. Sufficient? Are you having a jeer? Goodness me. It's sufficient, apparently. Well, there you go. So, yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that as a first little play with FM Xbox Edition. I'm shocked at how good it is, and I'm really delighted that the challenges just haven't fell off the earth, because I know there's not a touch version this year. So it's great that they're actually in this version of the game with Crystal Palace. The Saviour Cometh. Do you want to see more of it? It was a really good first match. I really enjoyed it. And this will take little to no time at all to zip through the seasons. It is now just the Football Manager Classic, I suppose, or the FM Touch, as I guess it was called over the last few years. But yeah, really enjoyed it. If you want to see more, seriously, give it a big thumbs up down below. Get involved down in the comment section. All that good stuff. Subscribe for me daily series called Championship to Champions League. We're currently with Cardiff. Go and catch up with that series. And of course, my beta save that we are going to continue with Newcastle United. I was always planning to do that before the takeover. Every man and his dog has done it, but hopefully I've given you something a little bit different, being a Geordie myself, taking Newcastle on the FM beta. So yeah, you guys let me know if you check any of that out. But thank you very much for stopping by. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.